All right. I'm on a fresh Top Step funded that I passed yesterday. So we're going to work on that. What up, Merca? What up, Christian? So this is kind of what I'm looking at today. I want to see us well, I'm going to be watching for if we begin to come down off open. I'm going to basically be looking around here as the first area where we might get a bounce, and then if we begin to move up into all-time highs today and we don't stay within this range, I'm going to be watching us to potentially make our way up here to 27,080. Probably won't happen fast. It'll probably be like a slow grind up. But I am looking for longs today. I have a baseline expectation for either rotational behavior like a balance, or for us to actually continue our way up to all-time highs and past it. We kind of stabbed it pre-market. So yeah, if we get past like 26,000, I'm no longer going to be looking for longs, and we're going to be watching us potentially make a weekly low, but I'd be kind of surprised if we did that today. I don't know what that candle was, but I thought that was market open for a second. That was weird. Market depends. Like, this month has been a pretty rough month for me. I've honestly been getting my fucking ass kicked this month. So I only have 2 payouts so far this month. I would have had a third one, but I kind of like destroyed a funded account when it was eligible for a payout because I wanted more. So it should have been 3, but it's alright. Last month I think I got 4 payouts. 3 payouts? I don't know. Maybe like usually 3 to 4 every month. Or sometimes just 2 bigger ones. I don't know. I don't really... And just so you guys know what this level is, it's basically a, where is it? This. It's a pretty stacked level for Gamma. So we're sitting above the call wall right now. So if we make our way back in towards like 26,750, I'm going to be watching Footprint to see how the auction's actually going to resolve in that area. And then above price here, the reason why the target's at 27,080 is because that's where the net call open interest is. So if we actually have like a slower grind up today, then I'm going to be looking for that as the target. Use 5 minute and 15 and sometimes 1 minute time frames for footprint. Morning DS. But yeah, recently I've been getting smoked, so we're gonna try and not continue the losing streak here. But it's been just a bit of a rough month. We're still net positive though with firms, but not as much as I'd want to be. So let's see what we do at the open. Kind of chopping right here for now. But I do have my eyes set on London lows, Asia lows, and then potentially looking in this area. This is area number 1 for longs, and then this is area number 2 for longs. Ooh, that was nasty. My data is delayed. That was a nasty opening print. There's actually a big difference in MNQ and NQ. 16-point difference on that wick. That's disgusting. Alright, so we took Asia lows and London lows. I'm gonna be watching 750 first to determine if we're actually going to turn around or not. I'm actually going to fade this with light size. I'm going to go in 3 micros. I'm gonna risk like 200 bucks. See if we pop back up. But if we continue and we just kind of slam through this area, then I'm gonna wait and then look for longs again down here. Oh, we're gonna drop through this area. I'm gonna tighten this. We're not getting the reaction I wanted to see out of this area, so we'll just like take the stop loss and we'll continue to if we're gonna continue down, we're gonna be waiting till we get down here. Or down here, this area. I'm actually gonna add into this if this starts to flip back up. But if it takes me out right now, I'm gonna remove this.
Order filled.
Right. We're just gonna wait. If we're gonna continue down, I'm gonna be watching this area. Yeah, that thing was nasty. My data got like all delayed and shit. We're still like at this area where I was looking for the first area to look for longs, but the only thing is like if we were going to come into here and then actually start bouncing back up, I would have wanted to see it happen faster. Otherwise, I'm not as like confident in it. Even though we may still like bounce from here, but at this point, if we're gonna do it, I need some more confirmation. Hold on, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna grab a jacket. It's fucking cold. Dude, you know what's crazy about this candle though? Is we had so many like aggressive buy orders in here that the delta is actually positive on this candle that pushed down like this. Pretty wild. Name of this index, NASDAQ, NQ. $344. What are you talking about? Oh yeah, this is delta down here. And then there's volume below it, but I don't think you guys can see it. Yeah, I know. I know you guys can't really see it. So right now I'm seeing if we're gonna be, I'm still watching this area. We're still kind of in here. I tried to fade it at first with smaller size, but I'm gonna wait to see. I'm gonna wait to see, cause if we hold it, if we technically hold it, then I may try and take another long position if I see something. I'm also making sure too before I try and take a long that we're not gonna get pinned right here. I would actually, at this point, because there's not really a strong reaction here, I kind of want us to go lower before I actually try and take a short, or a long, I mean. Depending on what happens. watching how this 5 minutes gonna close. We're getting absorption down here. I'm gonna wait because that candle had kind of a weaker close. I'm gonna go long right here again, but I'm gonna use 3 micros and I'm put my stop at the bottom of this. it requires a pretty decent sized stop loss, so I had to only go 3 micros, which kind of sucks, but it's okay. I just need us to have some actual continuation here off of this level that I was watching. So I'm watching this area for gamma right now, basically. I'm trying to see us start making our way back towards all-time high. But we just need follow through from buyers, otherwise we're just going to chop in this area. Because we have buyers that are active and they're coming in, but we need to start getting back above this, back above the opening print. Can I show volume? Sure. There you go. Can you see it now? There's the volume for you. So, for this candle, for this to be a healthy move, like that I think is actually going to continue, this 5 minute needs to close up here. If it closes like down here and does another close like this candle, then it's not a good sign. I would like it to close above this big trade and then start continuing higher. If we continue like this though, this is looking really good for longs to head back to all-time high with this hourly, if it's gonna close like this. So we'll hold it. Oh, you guys can't see it. If the hourly is gonna close with this nasty wick, we're probably gonna be fine. We'll probably go touch into all-time high. So that's kind of the goal. It would be, I think, if we get up there, it would be like 134 points. But unfortunately, we're like pretty light size right now, but we'll be up like 600 bucks if it actually gets up there. So we're currently up 50 points. The moment we see kind of like any sign of weakness, I'm probably going to just move my stop. But I think we should be good. Because the hourly is about to close right now and it's has this like really nasty wick. I mean, look at it. So we'll just hold it. But if this actually does run all-time highs and I get out of it at all-time highs, I'm probably just going to stop trading for the day. And if we what I might do is, just because when we actually start making our way towards all-time high, if we start entering into price discovery, I might actually just remove my take profit and start trailing my stop instead. Just in case we like kind of blast through all-time high. So far it's gone like 80 points into profit. I can't believe this is free. Well, you know what, bro? Like, I'm not gonna lie. I fucking got cooked like the past few days. You know, but shit happens. You don't win every day. Yeah, it's been slightly tough for me because especially last week it was difficult, especially like on stream and whatnot, because a lot of my strategy requires market structure. You know, and last week we really didn't have any structure. At this point I'm going to move my stop to break even because if we come all the way back to my break even, like at this point, the only problem though is like the POC of the hourly is, where is it? 752. So we're putting our, nah, we don't want this to come back. I'd rather just get out of the trade and just take the break even. But I think we have a pretty good opportunity here just to hold it to all-time high. Well, if it's based on the chart, then I would actually need to keep, I would have needed to keep my stop where it is, which was like down here at the lows, right? So because technically these longs at this point wouldn't necessarily be invalidated until, especially if we're looking at an hourly time frame, it wouldn't necessarily be invalidated until we, you know, get past this hourly low. But I would just rather not have my trade go like 90 points into profit and then fucking turn around and take me out for a 50-point stop. That would mean that I would have at that point let price go, you know, like 140 points against me. If I'm gonna let it come all the way back 80 points, I might as well just get out. Now, there is something that I'm looking at, just so you guys know, when it comes to gamma. As we continue to push up, I'm watching this area right here. So I'm watching, like, whatever this level is, 26,875, basically. Once we start getting up here, like up here. Because we have a stacked level here that has like, I just want to make sure we're not going to just like bounce off of it. Right. If I begin to see like, because basically I have to make sure that I'm not holding like this expansion style move when we're technically sitting within positive gamma, and we could potentially begin to put in a low, right? Potentially put in a high and then begin to rotate inside of a range. So if we don't continue the grind up, then I have to start making a decision of whether or not I want to be willing to actually let it come all the way back or trail the stop or whatever. Unfortunately though, I don't really have enough contracts to scale out because I only went in 3 contracts. So I kind of either have to hold it, get out, or trail the stop, which kind of sucks, but it's alright because the stop was like 50 points. I can't really put a lot of size on for that. Well, the way that I would begin to trail it, it just depends. It would depend on what happens once we get up here. But usually I'll trail it based off a lower time frame candlestick structure. Or if we see like sometimes if we're inside of these candles, right, and I see like low volume nodes that have stacked imbalances inside of them, or if we get more large buyers that are stepping in and we're accepting those orders, meaning that we're not just like throwing in those orders and then bouncing back down and rejecting, I'll usually kind of like trail it behind. So like if we continue up, right, then like let's say we start pumping up into this area, right, what I don't want us to do is begin to get below this if this candle actually has a pretty strong close, where these 2 orders stepped in and where there was a little bit of absorption but failure for rotation. So right now, currently, we got our eyes set on this level. If we can get above it, I think we're good, but we're gonna be watching it. The yellow means that it's an unusually large participant that stepped into the market. It's basically a big trade. And it means it's bullish, like it was a buy. Right now, I'm actually going to trail the stop below this hourly wick, which if we're on a 5-minute is like right there. So because we're approaching this area anyways, like we're approaching it, so I'm gonna begin to trail the stop now. Unfortunately, we got stopped out the first time we tried to take shorts down there, or we tried to take longs down here when we first tapped into it, because I was thinking that we could potentially get like a fast snap off of it, but it put me in drawdown, so yeah, it's all good though. Let me see. So far, we have gone 100 points into profit. So we'll see if it's gonna turn around or if we're gonna continue. But I'd like to give it room to try and let it run a little bit. I'm just watching this right here. Yeah, this is not a bad place to take profit. I mean, if you got in where I got in, like, bro, we're up like 100 points. So, you can't be mad about 100 points, you know what I mean? But, I'm gonna hold it. Which may or may not be a good idea. So, the Thrax Confluence. I love it. We must diamond hand it. Actually, because I just got massive balls, I'm gonna remove the TP. So here we are, right? We're in this area. I'm watching right now to see if we're gonna be able to get past it or not. We tapped into this level. I don't really use VWAP, so no, I don't. I'm gonna scale one out right here.
Order filled.
That way that at least today will count as a winning day. Because look at us. There is a potential right now that we can do this. So we only have 2 micros now. The only reason why I took one off is because we pushed into that level and then we... First of all, I was in drawdown. Now I'm not, but we pushed into that level and then we kind of got absorbed a little bit. Like, let me show you. You see all this positive delta up here? Slightly concerning. Slightly concerning. So we have the new 15-minute opening. No, I don't watch ES either. If we could push past this, I think we're Gucci. Watching this here. If we could push past it, we're good. If we push past this, by the way, I'm going to trail my stop like right here. So we could lock in, what would it be? I don't know, like 80 points or something. Yeah, like 80 points. The only thing that's kind of bothering me right now is we didn't make a wick on this 15-minute candle. So because of that, we'll scale one out at the highs if we get up there before it comes down. Actually, nah. We only have 2 micros, dude. Who cares? Thanks, Wavy. We're gonna see if it can continue. Otherwise, we're literally at this area that is the only thing stopping me. I think this is the only thing in our way right now from TP. And now we're coming back to create the wick on the 15-minute. 1.5R. What is this? 3.5R. If it even gets up there. This is not a good sign, just so you guys know. The fact that we pushed into this area that we're watching is not a good sign. If we push back up right here, I'm going to trail my stop literally right below this large sell order. If we don't accept further past it. This is a bad looking 5-minute candle though. This is very bad. For our continuation attempt here. In the 15. Alright. We're cooked. We're cooked. It rejected off of this area. So, just so you guys know, like I said earlier, if I was in more contracts, I probably would have scaled some out here. I scaled out one, but I only had 3 micros to really begin with. And now there's a chance, like I was mentioning, where we put in a low, we put in a high, and we can just start. We put in a low, we put in a high, and now we could potentially just start, like, consolidating in this area. But it's alright. I wanted to give it a shot. We're still technically in, but I think it's actually going to take me out. But we'll lock in a winning day. It won't be a lot. We'll just be up like $200. Actually, less than that. We'll be up like $190. But I'm alright with that. Better than a losing day. How many ticks on the highest micro? I don't know. 252. 0.25. 81 points. I'm trying to stop below that wick, below this wick right here.
Order filled.
Alright, we got taken out of that. So, just a recap of why we took this trade. Bias is bullish. I was watching this area, which was the call wall. We opened above call wall. When we came down into this area, I was looking for how the auction would actually resolve here. We tried to continue to push lower on the footprint that I was looking at, and sellers were getting absorbed in this area. So the moment that this candle pushed down and then we started popping back up, or maybe it was this candle, I can't remember, I went long. And then the target was going to be all-time high, and then the full target is all the way up here at like 27,000 something. But we had this level I was watching on Tanuki Trade for a gamma level, but I can't. Usually what I would do right here is I'd probably scale some out, but because I got in down here with 3 micros, I really didn't have a lot of room to work with. So, well, I'm showing this screen right now if you can see it. But anyways, so I scaled 1 out up here because I knew there was a potential that we could actually put in a high right here, and then now we may rotate the rest of the day. But I didn't want to take full profit here because I wanted to give it a chance to run, but we took 1 off. So we're up 200. It's kind of whatever. It was a fire trade though. It was a fire trade. If you would have used bigger size. So that's it. That's as much as I'm going to do today. I will I got some stuff I gotta do. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. If you caught that and you got out at the top, good shit. I got out for like, I don't know, 50 points or something. 200 ticks with the rest of my contracts. Alright, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.